Hi guys, Dreena here for another messy kitchen meal prep video, and you guys really liked the last one, so I thought I'd do another. It's almost dinner hour. Okay, here I am at the stove, and I didn't know what to make for supper tonight. I knew I wanted to make some sweet potato fries, and I have those in the oven. It's actually not super hot here today. There's 2 layers. It's a relatively cooler day in our area for the summer, and we're actually going away in a couple of days to the interior BC for some vacation for a week. And I'm trying to prep food ahead of time to take with us because we're going to have a kitchen and everything, but I don't want to cook a lot while I'm there, so I've prepped food in advance. Maybe I can squeeze in a video on that, I'm not sure, but so I wanted to prep some extra spuds, some extra sweet potato fries to take, like just cool them down, pop them in a container and take them with us. And so I have enough of those, and I made some schmoopy cookies today. This is what's left. It was 2 batches, so I have a batch taped up. That means don't touch. Do not touch the schmoopy cookies till we get to Osoyoos. So that's to take with us, and then the other ones have already been picked at today by the family. And not me, of course, just the family. And then, so I wanted something to go with the sweet potato fries, and I decided to cook up. I had a prepared soup in the freezer. So a lot of you probably have like some kind of brand of prepared vegan soup in your grocery stores, and you just need to look at the labels. Some of them have cream, a lot of them have cream. A lot of them have chicken stock, but just read the labels because there are brands and varieties that are fully vegan. And I did a post about this, like how to take a soup recipe, or sorry, a prepared soup, and just kind of bump it up, like add things to it to make it more of a meal, because a soup like this is not going to feed our family. It would feed maybe 1 or 2 in our family, for real. I mean, that is just not going to satisfy anyone for very long in the family. Yes, if you pair it with bread and other things it will, but I like to add things in the soup. So what I've done is I pre-cooked some red lentils, and how much did I use? I used a cup of red lentils, and I love red lentils because they break down. They become very soft and almost dissolve into what you're cooking, whereas brown lentils will hold their shape more. So if you are confused about lentils, red lentils are ones to use if you want to kind of let it break down into a mixture, soup or something else, a casserole or a stew. They will really dissolve into your mixture nicely. And brown lentils, and especially the French lentils, the Le Puy lentils, they really hold their shape very nicely. And this is what not to do when you cook lentils, is let it overboil. So I was doing a few things, and I was bringing up the temperature, and usually I reduce the temperature and partially cover, like put the pot lid on but leave it open just a little, like so, to cook the lentils. Instead it slipped down and then it bubbled over. Lentils will bubble over really quickly even on like a low heat, so that's what not to do, because now I have a stove top to clean. And so I'm going to add the soup mixture. So that was a cup of dry lentils. So obviously that's more now. It's probably close to 3 cups. Wow, that was really smooth. I have extra mess to clean up. But I'm one-handing here. So this is a squash and cashew soup. And as I said, it's a little warmer out, obviously. So this is not something I would normally do in the summer, but it's not too hot tonight, and we're not going to have this hot, like we'll have it warm. So this has to break down a little more. The soup has to cook down. I'll probably add a little bit of water to it, and we'll season it a little more as well, because in adding the lentils, you don't have to, but it's obviously diluting the flavors. So I will probably add a few more pinches of salt. I may add some lime juice. I actually will definitely add some lime juice. And I may add some cilantro in there, I'll see. And normally I would add something like cauliflower in here, let it cook into the soup a little bit, or red pepper. Don't have either, but I do have frozen corn and frozen peas, and I'm trying to decide what to go with, and I think it's got to be the corn. Even though I used corn in my last video, but really that's kind of what I feel goes with this meal and soup. And everyone really likes corn in things, so that's what I'm adding. Now I'm going to put the top on it now and let it simmer, and that will help bring it all together. The soup was frozen, so that's why it's chunky when I poured it out, because I buy them and then freeze them, and then to thaw them I actually fill up the sink with hot water and put the whole package in the hot water and let it loosen and soften and begin to thaw, and then I pop it into the pot. But this is already starting to come together, and it will not take much time at all. And so, hello Ollie. Here's Bubby. What you doing? Oh, everyone, he wants a belly rub. Oh, okay, give my belly rub on the puppies. Oh, puppies. Okay, back to station 2. Sorry, buddy. After, okay? Wash my hands a little. Back to station 2. So now here I have, I'm just making a really quick salad because again, we're going on this trip. I've got a lot of food prep to take with us, and I will be taking the salad spinner with us because I'm going to prop this camera. When you go to, we're renting like a house and it has a full kitchen, but you never know what they have there. And I find a salad spinner is really quite indispensable when you're going away and cooking for a period of time. And what I plan to do is actually fill it. So I'm going to spin the lettuce ahead of time and have it full so that when we get there I have some lettuce prepped. And I may throw in some other veggies too, like if there's room I'll just throw some cucumber or whatever else in there, and then you're kind of making space that way. You're filling it up with some of the food you're going to use. So I have some romaine lettuce, and I'm going to make a quick Caesar. So I had some leftover creamy, when I was making my last video, I was trying to decide what to use for dressing, and I did make the lemon thyme caper. I modified it slightly because I did not have capers. Helps to have them. So I added a little green olives. That was kind of a good substitution because they're both briny and they have the same color and kind of like exactly, I wouldn't say they have a similar flavor, but it worked nicely. They're a little saltier. I do find olives are saltier. And then I have some cucumber here. And sometimes when I make a Caesar, I throw in a little fresh veggie, just because I find a Caesar is a little saltier, heavier with dressing, because you toss it through. I'm trying to do this on the video. So when I put cucumbers in salads, I often just core out the seeds like that, because I do find that, I don't know, the seeds to me are not wonderful, and I like cucumbers more without them. So I just do that, and then I usually just, I'm kind of trying to chop around a something that the phone is propped on my plastic wrap container. So and then I'll just cut them in a few smallish cubes, if you can see that. Whoa, technical problems, guys, sorry. And there it goes into the salad. So I'm going to add that to the salad. I'm going to finish doing the other cucumber. I won't do it just because of what happened. And I have some croutons as well. So I made these croutons the other night and I had extra, and I just put them in a container like so. They're still really crunchy. If you dry them out enough the first time in the oven and they're good and crunchy, they will stay crunchy. And if you haven't tried the oil-free croutons that I have in the cheese trap, they are, ooh, go. They are amazing and kind of a game changer for croutons, I think. So then they can go in, and that's going to be it. We've got the salad. I also have some bread. I bought this cashew cheese. This is a line that we get in the Vancouver area, and they're not sponsoring the video or anything. There's no sponsoring of this video. I'm just kind of throwing together. But they have a nice line of cashew cheeses. They're all vegan, and this one is chives and garlic. They have another one that's lemon and jalapeno, I think. They have a beet one, which is not my favorite because I don't love beets. And they have a carrot-based one. So if you see them, give them a try. I do like the chives and garlic one. The jalapeno one is really good too, but it's a little spicy for the kids. And then I have the sweet potato fries, and let's have another look at those. Yeah, they're coming along. So they're just pretty much done. You want to see some of that gorgeous caramelization of the sweet potatoes, and I used two types. I bought some of the orange sweet potatoes, and I bought some of the yellow sweet potatoes. And I know that some of you have a harder time finding the yellow ones. They're pretty available here. Sometimes they have a purple skin. They are called, see, that one's purple. And sometimes they're called purple sweet potatoes, but they're yellow inside. Go figure. And then other times they have a yellow skin. So these, I tend to just kind of take off some of the skins. I don't fully take them off. Like I use a peeler and I just go around the potato very roughly so that there's some skin left, but not entirely. You can see that. And see, like this one here, oh, I love that, where it's all caramelized, and it may look like it's burnt, but it's not. It's all nice and caramelly and yummy. And this one too. Yeah, that one's gonna be mine. I like to pick out the ones I like best first. I mean, I'm cooking, so I figure that's my prerogative to do that. And I just season these with salt. Sometimes I add other seasonings, and I have a really good recipe in Plant Powered Families for doing that. But most nights I just keep it simple, a little bit of salt. It's great, yummy. They're sweet potatoes. They don't need a lot of help. They're delicious as they are. And then the soup is, yeah, see, there we go, coming along. It's almost done. There's a little spot in the middle that's not quite thawed, but it's really almost quite done. And if I work it around, it's going to thaw real quickly. So that's it. Soup, sweet spuds, extra to take on our trip, salad, bread, and we are out. So I hope you liked that one, guys, and I will come back with some more tips soon. Oh, this housefly. Oh my gosh, those and fruit flies. If you have any tips for getting rid of fruit flies, I have the jar with the vinegar and such. But if you have any other really good tips, please leave them in the comments. And now I must go and give Ollie some love, apparently. What a sin. Are you lonely? What's wrong? Yes, I know. Okay, I'll give you some love. Okay, guys. All for now. Bye-bye.